Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Dating Over 50. This is D-Love, and we're back with another episode with Drob. It's about learning and understanding each other. That's really what is going on here. It's more, shouldn't we listen to what a man says? Meaning, I don't think men say things they don't really mean. And I think women try and interpret what they're saying versus listening and taking them for what their word is. If you get a man, D-Rob, that says, yeah, I like you, but I'm not looking for a committed relationship, should we walk away if we're looking for a committed relationship? Or should we think we can change his mind?
Most likely you're not going to change his mind. So if he says that, then you might as well just walk away, D-Love. Most likely you're not going to change his mind.
Okay. So when a man says what he says, I should really take him for that word. Even if he backtracks, like he says that and then he sees this look on my face like, oh no, that obviously that must not have been the right thing, and change. I should really take his first opinion of what he says, right?
First, D-Love, I see you haven't played poker, so you need to keep that poker face when you ask that question, so he can't see that look on your face, and then you would know what his true answer is. If he says that at face value, it's most likely that's what he doesn't want to be in a committed relationship. If that's what he says.
Okay, so because that's what I hear too, that a lot of women, when they look back on the relationship, it's like, oh, he said that, he told me that. Yeah, he did say he didn't want that, or he did want this, and I didn't listen because for some reason we thought either he really didn't mean it, or with time it would change. But I'm kind of finding out that with you guys, it is what it is.
It is what it is, and you guys not going to change the person's mind for the most part if that's is what it is. But for some reason, a woman always think that she's the one that can change that guy. And a lot of times, not. You find out from looking back at past history, she never changed him. She liked him too, so she got caught up in the emotions too. And so she heard what she wanted to hear because she liked him too, right? So it was a connection there. So she didn't want to hear that either. So she got to ask herself, did I do that on purpose because I really liked him?
Yeah.
So
we ignored the signs because we liked what was in front of us.
Right.
Huh. Okay. So I guess my thing is now, being, again, over 50 and dating, I know I don't want to continue going down this rabbit hole of, meeting somebody, then having to share your whole history and going through this process. I'm tired of it. I don't want to keep having to explain who I am and what I want and all that. So what's the warning signs? I guess that's what I'm trying to find out. What am I should be looking for up front when I'm meeting a new guy for me to determine whether he means me any good or I should walk away? Any ideas on that?
It's a hard one, D-Love. I would say this on both parties, whether it's the woman or the guy. You want to first see if the person is who they are. Because a lot of times people get in relationships, right? This is a facade. You give me your best, but I'm not really seeing who you really are. So I think you need to, the woman needs to see if that person is who he is, his baseline. Is he really this nice guy all the way through? If it's just almost like a facade. But some guys can keep it up for years. Some ladies, the same thing. So sometimes it's hard to find that. But for me, I guess that's what I look for. Is this a genuine person? In the beginning, is this person? You have to ask those questions too, from his previous relationships. What was that like? And how were they? Why did you break up? And all that kind of stuff. Then it's up to you to decipher from all that data whether this could be a guy that is for you. But it's just hard though up front if it's a new person to figure that out.
Well, I know for me, I don't want to keep rehashing my history to people. But yet at the same time, I understand that you don't get to know me unless you hear where I came from. But at the same time, I also don't want to give you ammunition to use against me. So I don't want to sit here and tell you about how the last one, lied to me and I didn't, pick up on the signs. Because now oh, I could lie to her too, because she probably won't pick up on my signs either. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that line between how much do you share and how much do you keep to yourself is, kind of the thing I think about when I'm meeting new people.
Well, D-Love, I feel like for me, I'm not using it if you said the guy lied to you and stuff in your previous one. For me, I'm not using it as a weapon against. I'm not trying to weaponize that. But if I'm telling you something though, in our current relationship, you calling me a liar, now I'm offended because you just had a liar. But what I'm telling you is that face value is the truth, and that has happened to me, D-Love. Then now a relationship starts to go down on the graph now because you're not taking me at face value because I'm telling you the truth here. But again, because you're scoring from your previous relationship, it's interfering with our current relationship.
I know for me, if I meet somebody and I don't have the chemistry, I've already put you in the friend box. We can be the best of friends. We can keep chit-chatting. And you don't know that you're out the box.
Right.
Unless you ask me, hey, where's this going, D-Love? And then I'll be like, oh, okay, this, and I will tell you because I think we should be honest. I've touched into this online dating thing because that's the way people are going now. And I tell you, my cutoff game is good. So I don't have time to be putting up with any nonsense. But I will drop you in the friend box in a second. So my thing is as I'm going out here now, in this new area of online dating, what should I be looking for? Like, what are there any signs or, when I can tell that this guy is a player, this guy is a, whatever, or how long should the process last? Help me out. Give me some advice on how do you, date over 50. What should we be doing?
Are you asking more, D-Love, about online dating now, or?
I guess more online, since I haven't met the person, and so we're communicating via text. How long should the text messages go back and forth before I give them my phone number? What's acceptable out there? Do you know?
Well, D-Love, if it's online dating, I feel like it should go on for a while. I don't think it should be like 1, 2, 3 chats and there's the phone number. Because again, D-Love, I'm trying to get to know you, so I'm asking you those questions that you don't want to answer, and so I'm trying to find out about you. So it's how you write to me too. So I'm looking at that. So I'm not sure what guys do, but if a woman give me one-liners online dating, I'm turned off by it. I was like, because I'm asking you open-ended questions, and at the end you tell me yes, I'm fine. So again, a person says what they want to be in a relationship, but the proof is in the pudding. It's like if you're online, that tells you want to be in a relationship, you want to be with somebody, but your actions are showing me that you don't really want to, because you're not going through the process of finding out about each other. So if your answers to me are short, that means you're really not out there to really be serious with someone.
That makes a lot of sense. Right, because this is a process that we're using to communicate.
Right.
And so if after 1 or 2 chats back and forth, all of a sudden you want my phone number, that really isn't us getting to know each other, because we should be able to get to know each other via these chats back and forth. And they should be of substance.
Right.
Okay.
Because if it's a woman, right, she got to feel comfortable with that man anyway. And 1 or 2 chats it's not going to make her feel comfortable. And so you got to ease her mind, because again, online dating, you don't know who you're going to get on the other side, right? So you got to build up the trust. You got to build up the connection by keep chatting online. Does the guy want to put the work in too? So the guy puts the work in. You ask him a question that's hard and insightful, and it's going to require at least a paragraph or 2. Yes, you kind of know if that guy's kind of into you, because he's going to answer that paragraph. Now you ask him, what favorite color he like? Red. That's a simple question that I asked, But if you ask him something that's very insightful and thought-provoking, what's your goals in life or something like that, if he answers that more than one line, I feel like he's kind of into you.
Okay. And that was my other thing too. So yes, this topic is about online dating. So my other thing was, like I said, my cutoff game is pretty good online. So
Mm-hmm.
I get that you're not online the whole time because I'm not watching the notifications pop up, whatever, because I got a life that I'm living as well. But my thing has been, if the person doesn't respond back to me within the 24 hours after, we've connected, then to me that says he's not interested. Because if I've liked him or he's liked me and we've now communicated at least back and forth once, if you're interested, you'll continue that process, right? You'll be chit-chatting back and forth, right? It won't be these periods of time where you just go vacant or you just go black where I don't hear from you, right?
They always say the woman chooses the man, D-Love. And so it's like you bounce the rubber ball. You bounce it, you hope it comes back into your hand, and you bounce it, not to stay flat. So with that being said, if I see you, hey D-Love, how you doing? And you say, I'm doing fine. And then I might ask you one more question, and then I might wait for you, because again, they said if a person asks each other a question, that means you are interested in that person. Now, you're not asking me no questions, then I gotta say to myself that you're not interested in me because you're not coming back asking me any questions and stuff. I'm always saying, hey D-Love, what's going on? How's this? How's that? So on my side, I'm waiting for you to come out of the blue, out of your shell and say, hey D-Love, hey D-Rob, what are your goals in life, or what do you think about commitments or something like that? I think it goes stagnant sometimes because she's waiting on him and he's waiting on her. The ball's not coming back because each one's waiting on the other. So it could be it's just not a connection, or it could be that each one is waiting, and maybe he likes her a lot and he doesn't want to blow it, so he's not going to overdo it, right? Mm-hmm. And so therefore he's going to wait on her to respond back. But after 24 hours, if she doesn't respond back, maybe he moves on, or maybe 2 days or 3 days, because it sounds like she's not interested.
Mm-hmm. And so should you be concerned if after, let's say, the first 5 or 6 texts, going good back and forth, and then all of a sudden it starts going towards, what do you like in bed? Should I be concerned about that? Is that too soon to be talking about your sexual preferences?
I think if we're talking about it in terms of online dating, I don't think they should come up on a chat. How are you in bed? I think eventually when the numbers exchanges, then I think at that point that could come out how you in bed. What he could ask her is, are you a romantic person? Something like that. I think those type of questions. Do you like hugs? Do you like kisses and stuff like that? Something light. In terms of getting to know the person, but something that's that deep. You ask that question right away, I think it kills that relationship with the woman. If a guy asks that woman that question, he's killing that relationship because she's turned off by it. She probably thinking all he wants is sex. So if that comes up too quickly, then maybe the guy all he wants is sex.
And is that okay?
If the man all he wants is sex?
Yeah.
If the two parties are consenting parties, then that's okay. But I think 9 out of 10, the woman don't want just sex.
But if the man did just want just sex, shouldn't he be able to say that and find somebody who just wants sex too?
I don't think you're gonna find that, D-Love. I think you have to create a site called Just Sex. I just want sex, because nobody's gonna say I just want sex, because if you do, you're gonna be online forever.
All right, D-Rob. So thank you very much. We have determined that online dating is interesting, and if we are really interested in the person, we would show it through our communication via text. It should not be just an immediate jump to a phone call, because if I'm really trying to get to know you, I should spend some time writing. Now, yeah, I get, texting is not as easy as it is to pick up a phone. But again, it shows your commitment to trying to get to know someone.
Right.
And not taking the easy way out.
And not taking the easy way, because it's easy to say, I'm tired of texting. I just want your phone number so we can talk. But if you put the work in online, it shows that there's some type of commitment from the guy that he's willing to invest into you.
Very good point, Drob. I tell you, this is why I enjoy having these conversations, because it gives, both of us insight as to what goes on in the minds of men and the minds of women. And that's what we're trying to understand, so that we can get to a better understanding and move forward with better relationships. So again, I want to thank you for joining me today. And again, guys, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button so you'll always know when new episodes drop, because you just never know who I'll be talking to. So again, thank you so much for listening to my podcast, Dating Over 50. This is D Love, wishing you peace and D Love.